Okay, so here's the deal. If you keep up with my channel, you saw like a couple weeks ago, I posted a video saying I'm like I'm going back to 2K20, right? So because I mentioned it before, again real quick, if you have the game yourself, I don't know if yours might be a little different because I know like even with 2K20, uh, some glitches and bugs that some people I saw post videos about, I rarely saw those bugs and glitches. It didn't happen to me that often, and honestly, after having this game for a few years, I've learned to like try to work around a lot of the bugs and glitches that you would get. um, I avoid certain things. Like I don't try to do too many of the, like I use my own, like sometimes it's like created stuff, or just like I make people general managers, so I put them in a suit or whatever, or make them a manager, so I put them in a suit. But that's pretty much mostly it. Like I don't do too much of the other stuff to try to avoid all the game crashes, etc. So, but it's frustrating that they had so much time to work on 2K22, and then you're still getting as many bugs and glitches and crashes that you got with 2K20. It's like, how do you guys still have all these same bugs and glitches and stuff? You had so many years to work on this. Like, how? And so that was just what was frustrating. And again, I like simulation style wrestling. I don't like arcade style wrestling. I don't, I haven't played that arcade wrestling since I was a little kid. I've gotten so used to simulation style wrestling. Plus, for just like the content I like to create, I like to make storylines. Even though if you haven't looked at my videos, look down in the descriptions. I write out a whole script. If you literally follow the shows, you'll be able to see like why I'm having certain matches each week or each episode, is because this. I put it all in the description. I write it out like, this is what happened last week, this is what leading to this, etc. Everything, even the promos. I put a little script in there for it. So if you're really paying attention, you can follow along. And so actually, what I'm doing with this one, uh, matter of fact, let me go back real quick. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. I've done previously before. So this is going to be. I'm gonna break these up, and you'll see here in a second when this loads up. I'm going to do one universe mode that is just Raw and SmackDown, and then I'm gonna do an NXT one, and then I'm going to do one as Nitro and main event. So that's why it's three different ones. So I can, because it's hard trying to do 6 shows, 7 shows, 8 shows sometimes for 1 week, especially like if I feel like I had a real good Raw, and then it's like, damn, I gotta sit here and wrestle like 6, 7 other shows, especially if it's like a pay-per-view coming through, before I get back to Raw. And then I'm like, I have to sit back and I have to spend about 30 minutes going back and looking over what I did 4 or 5 days ago when I made the Raw video, to see what exactly I was doing. Because I do too much to try to sit here and like really keeping notebooks of it. It's just like, it would be way too much writing and trying to keep up with keeping pages, like having a 5 subject notebook or whatever. So anyway, getting past all that, the point being, so that's what you'll see. So you'll probably see certain videos like consistently for a little while, and now switch it up. So you might see like, I might do like 6, 7 NXT videos back to back, before you might see 4 or 5 Raw and SmackDown videos back to back, and then you might see 4 or 5 Nitro and main event videos, this universe together. So they're just copied across, but I'm going to actually delete out the extra shows that's not going to be on that universe. So anyway, so going back to a couple weeks ago, I said that, and then they came out, literally the day I dropped the video, they came out with a patch. So I don't go online, I don't keep up with all the the rumors and all that stuff, whatever. I just like, the main thing I care about is the DLCs. I'm like, when the DLCs are dropping, and I'm pissed about that because I want to play with Rob Van Dam, pause, and I gotta wait till August to get Rob Van Dam on the damn 2K22 video game. I gotta wait 4 damn months to play with Rob Van Dam, and I don't want to download created characters that people that put up. That's just not me. I don't want to do that. So That's so damn frustrating, man. Like, come on, man. You know everybody wants to play with Rob Van Dam. And you gonna make us wait all the way to August. Like, y'all some real assholes for that. But anyway, point being, so then it was a couple days after that they did another patch, and then because I was like, yeah, that was like that was like 1.06, and then like the next week they did 1.07, and 2 days after they did 1.07, they did like 1.08. And so I'm like, okay, let me try to go back and make some more content with 2K22. And so I was heavily into doing this 2K20, but I had already set my mind on like, all right, I'm gonna jump back on 2K22. So on WrestleMania Sunday, I'm like, all right, let me just do this. I dropped 10 videos. I set up on Friday, before all the shows came on Friday, because I was trying to watch all the stuff. I was trying to watch the Ring of Honor, the Impact, AEW, and WWE. I was just flipping back and forth. So all day Friday, really, I guess probably you could say really starting Thursday, I was making videos. Friday I was making videos, and then Saturday before, in between, before the NXT takeover, and then before the WrestleMania pre-show, and then I was making content. And then even after the stuff went off, I was still staying up late at night to early in the morning till the sun was coming up, making videos so I could drop all those videos on that Sunday. So I dropped 10 videos on Sunday, because I'm like, starting next week, going to Monday, whatever, I'm going to start making more 2K22 or whatever. But then it was just like, when I tried to make, it was just like, oh man, it's the same. They didn't fix the stuff that was bothering me before. I already hate like the little galloping movements and stuff like that. I hate that. Just let me walk. Just let the characters walk, man. What's that? The damn galloping crap. And then just like, it was times I was trying to do certain moves, and I'm hitting the buttons and it's not doing the moves. I'm just like, oh my god, bro, like it's frustrating. And it's just so, and I'm like, I just got used to 2K20, where I knew what was going on with that, so I knew things to avoid. And it's like now it's different bugs and glitches, and some of the same bugs and glitches, but the different bugs and glitches. And it's like now I gotta learn how to adapt to different bugs and glitches and so forth, and it's just frustrating, man. So anyway, point being, again, same old. Like I mean, I'm really gonna try. I mean, I'll try. I really try, but it's hard, man. It's really hard to play 2K22 because it just doesn't fit how I like to play. And then just with the, like I said, the glitches, the bugs, the like, I'm pressing the button, it's not reacting. I can't tell you how many damn times I hit, like if you watch the 2K22, like I'm hitting reverse and it's just not recognizing. So I'm just getting beat down for a good 2 minutes because it's just not recognizing that I'm hitting reverse, or I'm hitting, I'm holding it, or I'm tapping it. So either way, reversal, block. I'll start even doing that, pressing R1, and I had to start pressing R1 and triangle like together to try to get some stops, because the game would just start beating my ass for like 2 minutes straight. And then still just frustrated with the like constantly just throwing the characters out the ring. It's just like, dude, come on, man. Like, it's not a battle royal. Quit throwing the damn characters out the ring, man. Like, it's annoying. So anyway, so I had already got my mindset on doing 2K22 stuff, so I was trying to just close out 2K20. I'm like, I'm just gonna leave this as is. I'll come back to it maybe in a month or whatever. And then it's just like, plus I gotta do 2K stuff. I'm trying to do 2K stuff and switch it up so I don't get burned out. And it's just, basketball 2K. And I'm just like, man, look, it's not working. So anyway, so I had to come back to 2K20 and then try to reset up my, because I had already just, and mentally I had checked out on 2K20. I'm like, hey, I might come back to it in a month and try to do a little stuff here and there. I had already like started thinking like how I was going to try to condense the content of 2K20 but still be able to put out 2K20 stuff. And it's just like, nope, now I'm about to go back full time 2K20 because 2K22 is just so damn bad, at least for me, how I like to play. So anyway, man, so you're about to see 2K20 content again. So that's what I'm about to focus back on. I'm about to create, new playlists now, because I'm going to be doing, like I said, WCW main event, NXT by its own self, and then Raw and SmackDown in its own universe as well. man, it just is what it is, man. Just so, but anyway, so thanks for supporting the channel. Again, always, if you hit likes on the videos, I appreciate it. It helps share the videos, so more people can come and enjoy it. I like knowing that other people are enjoying the stuff that I'm enjoying doing. I enjoy making the content. I really do. And then I'm a creative person like that. I like creating stuff. Like sometimes I spend just as long making the thumbnail that I spend actually making the damn video. like I just have, for me it's just I get kicks off of that. That's my little nerd thing. So you know so if anybody that subscribed to the channel because you enjoyed it, whatever, I probably really need to make like 2 or 3 channels, because I probably need to make a channel just for my basketball content, and then have a channel just for my wrestling content, and then just another channel that's just gonna be all the other games that I sparingly play here and there, and just leave them there. But anyway, man, it's frustrating, bro. It's real frustrating. And then I just got like other stuff that's about to be going on too, so I'm not even gonna have as much time to make content as I do right now. So that's gonna be another thing. So yeah. But anyway, I've probably just been talking for like 15 minutes or whatever, and you didn't see any gameplay or whatever. But yep, that's just to let you know what's going on with the wrestling content. Like, I love the graphics, like everybody else with 2K22. I love the graphics. Some of the, like, the moves and stuff is cool. You see some of the, like, advanced movements with the reversal. It's not just, oh, like they try to drop kick you and you just, push the legs and, they just fall to the ground. Like, they do something extra now. Instead of just pushing the legs, it's like they push the legs and then they elbow them in the face or something. It's cool. But like the keep throwing my character out the ring, that just gets annoying. The trying to do the damn tag matches, and just like the like, I shouldn't have to go and attack the guy standing in the corner or the woman standing in the corner before I go for the pinfall. Like, that's not real wrestling. You don't see that in real wrestling, bro. Like, oh man, yeah, man. At least on 2K20, like, once you beat down their tag partner enough, they're not going to try to break up the pin. They either just flat out not going to try to break it up, or that when they do try to come and break it up, they're slow to come and break it up, because they let you try to finish the matchup, so you're not end up wrestling a fucking 40-minute match. Like, oh my god, bro. It's just so frustrating, man. So sorry that you're actually not seeing gameplay on this video. You're just hearing me rambling and complaining, whatever. So I'll be trying to drop some content. It's Tuesday, April the 5th. It's my sister's birthday. Shout out to my sister. Best big sister ever, maybe. I don't know. Who else has got big sisters? I don't know. Maybe probably the Kardashians. They'll probably say they got better big sister. But anyway, man, I don't know. Does Oprah have any younger siblings? They probably getting a lot of stuff from Oprah. Who else? Celebrities, they're just like taking care of their family members. They be like, oh no, I got the best big sibling ever. So whatever. Cleopatra, she has some younger siblings. They like, man, my sister was giving me gold, but she was giving me countries. So anyway, yeah, that's just to let you know what's going on. So you'll probably start seeing some wrestling videos Thursday, Friday at the latest, because of course 2 hours from right now when I'm making this, I'm gonna be watching AEW Dark Elevation. So I'm gonna be watching that for however long it's gonna be on, 45 minutes, an hour. I just still don't watch NXT 2.0. It's just I just do not like 2.0. Like, I've only watched the first episode they ever did of 2.0. I don't even know if I watched it all the way through. It was just like, what is this? And then I've caught clips here and there, and I see like what some of them talk about, saying, oh, it's just basically softcore porn now. It's like all they're doing is trying to get the demographics of the little kids, the 18 to 24 is just all about sex. Like, yeah, I was watching like Saturday. No, what was that? Yeah, Saturday before I was seeing like before Stand and Deliver came on, they were showing the previous NXT pay-per-view, and I'm seeing like the black dude stand outside the Imperium's locker room with the other black guy. I don't know who they are. That's why I'm calling him the black guy, because I don't watch 2.0, so I don't know who these black guys are. But I'm saying, and he just got like a Magnum condom sticking out his pocket. I'm like, why? Why does he have a Magnum condom perfectly placed sticking out his pocket? Why? When did this become part of wrestling? Why? And then just like then they were showing like the one guy that was like a tall Daniel Bryan with with the low beard or whatever, and the other chick, they were in the locker room with Indy Hartwell, and then the other chick, like, she pushed the guy against the lockers and started tonguing him down, and I'm like, why is this going on? Like it's just like, it's just, and it was like when they had the women's tag team match, and I'm just like the Iconics were sexualized, but it wasn't like raunchy, just like trashy. And I'm like, whoever these women were, that's what they call Toxic Attraction, that they were the tag team champions, and I'm like, they just were being overly sexualized. This is like taking it back to when they didn't even have real women's wrestling, when they was doing all the damn mud wrestling and wrestling in pudding and bra and panties matches. And I'm just like, I want to take them serious, man. Like, we came from NXT where we had like Dakota Kai and Candice LeRae and Ember Moon and Paige and Shayna Baszler and like and Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Becky. Like, we were seeing women, Bayley. They were wrestling, and they were like real women wrestlers that want to be taken serious. And now it's just back to like bra and panties type shit. It's just like, dude, I want to see the women, like, they have evolved with wrestling. Like, once upon a time, Lita was it. Lita was women's wrestling. Like, Trish developed and stuff, but Lita was women's wrestling. And now it's like the whole rock, when you got like NXT got to a point where it was like every female was Lita. It was like, I'm talking about like real wrestling, like getting out there doing real moves and so forth. It wasn't like just the basic, prima donna, punk moves or whatever. They was out there really wrestling. They were wrestling, man. And it's like, now it's just like, and not saying that these women on 2.0 now are not, wrestling, but it was like, you were more focused on the wrestling and them invested in their characters as wrestlers than you were invested in their characters as being sexual objects. And it's just like, dude, like, it's not what, once we got to a level where we were seeing like real women's wrestling, it's hard for me to go back now to seeing like just bump. And then like, even you go on YouTube, man, you can see all the independent wrestling shows and so forth. You're seeing real women's wrestling, man. And then 2.0 is just like, what is this, man? What am I looking at? Like, come on, man. So anyway, yeah, that's just my 2 cents. It's just like, and then just like all these other guys, I don't know who the hell these people are. I mean, shout out to the Steiner brothers. Hell froze over. I never would have thought the Steiner brothers would have ever went to the Hall of Fame, especially not Scott. Like, not while they were alive. Not while Vince was alive, and not while Scott was alive. I just figured Scott would have never agreed to that. So, shout out to Rick. Love Rick Steiner and his son. They got him as Braun Breaker. Like, shout out to Tommaso Ciampa, man. It's gonna be disappointing if they end up putting him on, I guess, SmackDown, because he wasn't on Raw. So I don't know if they're gonna have him on SmackDown. Man, I hope he like goes to Ring of Honor with like Johnny Gargano and some of the other guys or whatever. Just like whatever, like, just, oh my god, man. CM Punk's pipe bomb is just really, 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 really just like more and more and more just comes true. It's like, come on, Vince, man. Vince, you making this stuff suck so bad, bruh. Vince, man, just step down. Do it for the fans, bruh. Just go away. Just like, sit back, man, get your money, let Triple H take it all over, let Triple H put people in positions, and we can't just have like real wrestling shows and not sports entertainment shows anymore, man. Let's get back to wrestling, man. Good ass shit. Like, can you just imagine how good Raw and SmackDown would be if you saw the NXT versions of them implemented when Triple H was running, you know, and you had William Regal and Shawn Michaels were helping out. Can you just imagine how good the shows Raw and SmackDown would be? Like, then I'm just say this real quick. Everybody knows. I'm gonna shut up after this. Everybody knows Rey Mysterio is my favorite wrestler of all time. I don't get why they had them lose. It did nothing for, you know, Dominic needs to develop up. Them losing to the Miz and the Paul, whichever Paul that was, whatever Paul brother. It did nothing. So here you go again. You're burying Rey Mysterio, the fucking legend, the possibly the greatest commercial luchador of all time. I don't know about all the luchadors. It might be another luchador that's you know, maybe better, but I mean, like, Rey Mysterio is on the rush, probably the Mount Rushmore. You know, I don't know about all the, you know, people who are, you know, I know Alberto Del Rio's like father was like, you know, considered, you know, one of the greatest and so forth. You know, Eddie Guerrero's father, you know. So, but anyway, point being, like, my point is, like, it did nothing. Miz doesn't need anything. Miz doesn't need to win matches. He doesn't need belts. His career is solidified. But Dominic, you need to develop up Dominic. Yeah, he's still young, but you can still tell, like, when you're watching the matches, like, he's not there yet. You know, like, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa would, like, run circles around Dominic. You know, the Undisputed Era wrestlers and stuff, they would run circles around Dominic. So he's not there yet, and it's just like, it would, to me, it just would be. And then on Raw, you could have had, I would like to see the Mysterios going up against the Street Profits or something, you know, doing something different, man, because then now, you know, they got the Street Profits, they kind of being more aggressive right now. But it did nothing just for them to turn right back around and have Miz do the Skull Crusher finale on the Paul guy. And it's just like, so you had the Mysterios lose for that. Ultimately, we still got that at the end. You could have had the Mysterios win, finally, a rivalry. And then Miz still could have did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Miz could have taken a pinfall to Dominic, and then Miz could have still did the Skull Crushing finale to the Paul brother. Like, why did the Mysterios have to lose? I didn't get it. It did nothing. It did nothing. What was the point? And then they come out on Raw, and of course, what happens? Then they have Veer come out. They have Dominic lose to Miz in like 90 seconds, and then Veer comes out and then just smashes both of them. And it's just like, why, man? What are we doing here? This is your cover athlete for the video game that you just dropped. The guy's probably going into the Hall of Fame next year, and this is what you're doing. Like, come on, like, Vince, man, just go sit the fuck down somewhere, man. You were just really making everything that CM Punk said just shine a bigger, brighter light on it. It's just like, dude, it's like CM Punk's pipe bomb was like Revelations, because it's like, dude, Vince, just you fucking it up, bruh. You really are, man. Just stop. Let somebody else take over. It's no longer the fucking night. It's no longer 2001. It's no longer the 90s. It's no longer the 80s, man. That shit doesn't fly anymore. We don't want to see that bullshit. We want to see good entertainment. Like, dude, oh my god, that's why I can't tell you, like, I watched Raw for the first time in probably almost a year. Well, probably probably was like the last Raw I watched was fully watched the Raw was probably, well, I'll say take that back. It might have been like right around September or something. So it's been like easy like 6 months since I really watched Raw and SmackDown. just because it just, oh man, it's just so damn redundant, man. It's just, oh man, it's just so damn boring. Like I could tell you, I hadn't even seen Xia Li, and I'm a big fan of Xia Li. I hadn't even seen that. Whenever they brought her up to SmackDown, I had stopped watching wrestling like before that because I know I never saw her on SmackDown because I wasn't watching SmackDown. I know she's been on SmackDown doing matches, but I never seen her. So I'm just like, dude, So I watched Raw because it was like this, it's the Raw at the WrestleMania. You want to see what's happening, and it was just like, this was a waste of my 3 damn hours. I could have been doing something else with my time. I didn't get anything from this. So I'm gonna watch SmackDown just to see what happens with SmackDown because it's SmackDown after WrestleMania. But I'm probably gonna go right back to not watching this crap again. Unless I see something like I'm gonna watch, What Culture, Cultaholic or whatever, and then see one of their podcasts or something. If they say like something's going on that's interesting, I'll be like, all right, I might start tuning back in again. But it's like I don't want to watch it. I watch AEW, I watch Ring of Honor. Hell, man, I watch MLW. I watch NWA. Like I watch that more than I watch WWE because it's just like it's so redundant and stupid. It's just like, come on, man, it's the same crap every week. Like, come on, man. Like, stop getting TV writers, get wrestling writers. Oh man. Anyway, I'm just rambling on and on. I'm just talking for like last 20 minutes. So you didn't see any wrestling. Actually, you just heard me complaining, and you've been sitting there staring at Shelton Benjamin on the screen. And this is not actually gonna be Night of Champions. I'm gonna be doing some other stuff, but yeah, man. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. It's just, dude, whack, man. All right.